If you're over 60 and you've been feeling more forgetful lately, struggling to find the right words, walking into a room and forgetting why, or just feeling mentally foggy, I need you to watch this video to the end, because what I'm about to share is something most doctors never test for, yet it affects over 40% of adults over 60. And the scary part, the symptoms look exactly like early Alzheimer's. But it's not Alzheimer's, it's something completely fixable. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what this deficiency is, how to check if you have it, and what to do about it starting today, without a prescription. Stay with me. This could genuinely change your life. Welcome to Vitality After 60, where we cut through the noise and bring you science-backed health information that actually makes a difference in your daily life. Today, we're talking about vitamin B12 and why it's the single most overlooked nutrient for brain health in people over 60. Here's what most people don't realize. As we age, our bodies become significantly less efficient at absorbing vitamin B12 from food. After 60, your stomach produces less of an enzyme called the intrinsic factor, which is the protein your gut needs to actually absorb B12. This means you could be eating plenty of meat, fish, and eggs, foods loaded with B12, and still be severely deficient. In fact, a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that nearly 1 in 5 adults over 60 has borderline B12 deficiency. And the symptoms? They creep up slowly, so slowly that most people just chalk it up to normal aging. Here's what low B12 actually looks like. Memory lapses and brain fog, fatigue that coffee can't fix, numbness or tingling in hands and feet, mood changes, irritability, even depression, difficulty concentrating or following conversations. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Now, let's talk about why this matters so much for your brain. Vitamin B12 is absolutely essential for maintaining what's called the myelin sheath, the protective coating around your nerve fibers. Think of it like the plastic insulation around an electrical wire. When that insulation breaks down, signals short circuit. Without enough B12, the myelin sheath deteriorates, and when that happens in your brain, signals between nerve cells start to fail. That's when you get memory problems, brain fog, and cognitive decline. Here's what makes this so serious. The neurological damage from B12 deficiency can be permanent if left untreated long enough. Studies show that people with low B12 have significantly higher rates of brain atrophy. That means the brain is actually shrinking compared to people with healthy B12 levels. One landmark study followed over 100 elderly patients and found that those with low B12 had twice the rate of brain volume loss over a 5-year period, 2 times the brain shrinkage, from one deficiency. That's how critical this is. The good news, when caught early, the damage is reversible. That's exactly why you need to know the next part. Here's something your doctor probably hasn't told you, and it could be costing you your brain health. When you get a standard blood test for B12, your doctor looks at something called serum B12, the total amount of B12 in your blood. If you're above 200 picograms per milliliter, most doctors will tell you your B12 is fine. But here's the problem. That test is deeply flawed. Research has shown that serum B12 measures total B12 in the blood, including B12 that's bound to proteins and can actually be used by your cells. It doesn't tell you how much B12 your brain and nervous system are actually getting. You can have a normal serum B12 level and still have severe functional B12 deficiency, where your cells are starving for B12 even though your blood shows plenty of it. There's a better test called methylmalonic acid, or MMA. When your B12 is truly sufficient at the cellular level, MMA stays low. When it rises, it means your cells are B12 deficient, even if your serum B12 looks normal. A 2019 study in the journal Neurology found that nearly 40% of people with normal serum B12 actually had elevated MMA levels, indicating functional deficiency. So what should you do? Ask your doctor to test both serum B12 and methylmalonic acid. If your doctor won't order it, you can often get it through a direct lab test service for under $30. So you've confirmed you're deficient, or you suspect you might be. What do you do about it? Let's talk solutions. First, understand why food alone may not be enough after 60. Even if you eat plenty of meat, fish, eggs, and dairy, foods rich in B12, your ability to absorb it from food declines significantly with age. This is because B12 from food needs to be released by stomach acid and then bound to intrinsic factor. After 60, both stomach acid production and intrinsic factor levels drop dramatically in many people. This is why supplementation often becomes necessary, not optional. Now, not all B12 supplements are equal. Here's what the research says works best. Option 1. Methylcobalamin. This is the active, immediately usable form of B12. Your body doesn't have to convert it. Sublingual methylcobalamin. Tablets you dissolve under your tongue bypass the gut entirely and absorb directly into the bloodstream. Studies show this is highly effective even in people with absorption problems. Option 2. Cyanocobalamin. This is the most common and cheapest form in supplements. It works, but your body has to convert it, which takes extra steps and may be less efficient in older adults. Option 3. B12 injections. If you have severe deficiency or absorption issues, your doctor can prescribe monthly B12 injections. These completely bypass the gut and are the most reliable option for severe cases. For most people over 60, I recommend starting with sublingual methylcobalamin at 1,000 to 2,000 micrograms per day. It's affordable, widely available, and highly effective. Always consult your doctor before starting any supplement regimen, especially if you're on medication. While supplements are important for many people, let's also talk about optimizing your diet for B12. The richest natural sources of B12 include clams and shellfish. Clams are actually the single highest food source of B12 on the planet. Just 3 ounces of cooked clams provides over 80 times your daily requirement. Beef liver, not everyone's favorite, but one of the most nutrient-dense foods available. Just a small serving covers your weekly B12 needs. Salmon and trout, both excellent sources of B12 and omega-3 fatty acids, giving you a double brain health benefit. Sardines, small but mighty. Sardines are inexpensive, widely available, and packed with B12. Eggs, specifically the yolk, not as high as animal proteins, but a solid daily contributor. Dairy products, milk, yogurt, and cheese all contain meaningful amounts of B12. One important note: if you're vegetarian or vegan, you are at very high risk for B12 deficiency. B12 is found almost exclusively in animal products. Supplementation is not optional for plant-based eaters over 60. It is essential. Fortified foods like nutritional yeast, plant milks, and some cereals contain synthetic B12 and can help, but may not be sufficient on their own. Let's bring this all together. If you're over 60 and you've been experiencing memory lapses, brain fog, fatigue, or mood changes, don't just assume it's normal aging. Get your B12 levels checked, and when you do, ask specifically for both serum B12 and methylmalonic acid testing. If you're deficient, talk to your doctor about supplementation. Sublingual methylcobalamin at 1,000 to 2,000 micrograms per day is a great starting point for most people. Optimize your diet to include B12-rich foods. If you follow a plant-based diet, supplementation is non-negotiable. And remember, this is fixable. Unlike many health conditions that come with age, B12 deficiency can often be corrected completely. People who address their deficiency early frequently report significant improvements in memory, energy, and mental clarity within just a few weeks. Your brain is worth fighting for. And now you have the information to do something about it. If this video helped you, please give it a like. It helps other people over 60 find this information. Subscribe to Vitality After 60 for weekly science-backed health insights designed specifically for your stage of life. I'll see you in the next one.